the way it was picked right. They had confidence. They showed it as their third pick here, Heroic. They have no fear against Tundra.
No, really interesting stuff we got coming out. Two heroes that are actually all three cores in a way, right? Not traditionally played in these positions, maybe on most teams, but Heroic, very ready to play these. And I'm glad that we actually mentioned a bit toward the end, or not the end, but even in the middle of the game before, Whisper playing his Batrider, two favorite offlaners he likes to play, Batrider and Phoenix. This one, he's going to be playing the Phoenix. Let's see if Tundra has this style that's going to be able to work for it, because they also have Silencer, which has traditionally been a pretty good hero versus Phoenix in lane because of the, you Arcane Curse him, you last word him. If he does get in a bad position, the dive is going to return you to that position because of the silence. And also in mid-game, right? The global is very, very detrimental versus that hero. So let's see what we get going as Tundra does feel like they've adapted, pivoted their draft to have a better chance inside that mid-game, but Heroic definitely with another draft that could get some pretty big snowballing in terms of laning phase. I'm looking at the two supports, of course, because I think that was the best support play I've seen from Heroic in this tournament, even in the early game. They did everything. They killed lanes, stacked, blocked camps, got ward vision. It was beautiful. So let's see what we do get this time. Yeah, with this support combo here again, should be able to achieve similar things, right? Yeah. He's definitely still going to have that once again with the Shadow Demon, and throwing the Tusk into the mix is going to be feeling pretty nice as well. It feels similar, right? Like Tusk is pretty much a Marcy in a way, right? He's got the snowball save for positioning, and then that SD, of course, is just the exact same hero. So yeah, let's see how the lanes in particular go down, because Tundra, they struggled from very early on in that last game. And what do you expect sort of from Analog on the Spider this game? As we said, picked relatively early in the draft compared to where you maybe expect to see a Brood. Not that we're really seeing a lot of Brood at the moment in this tournament. But overall, is this a difficult game for him? Have they very much picked heroes that are going to be able to stop what the Brood wants to be doing? They've got ways to always protect versus these Spiderlings, especially early on. With the Sand King, the Underlord, the Monkey King, they have good ways to scout as well. So not too sure the build that Analog's going to go. I know some players like some players like these Orchid kind of run over builds. I've seen other players like this Conda Poke Phylactery build. I'm not too sure which one Analog likes to actually play with, so I'm curious to see what he wants to actually go for here. And yeah, let's see top. Overall, if Tundra's able to have a better time, because they got destroyed in this top lane. Just off of level 1 pretty much from the start of things. So. We sort of had Chrysalis ended up dying a couple of times. I mean, they already died once. Like in the last one, Toby had already died as the Pugna, so already getting to play a normal lane. And this Underlord pick, right? This has been it's a Tundra classic now at this point for the carriers. Bottom sucks. Bottom, he's in trouble. He's going to try and stand his ground against Yuma. We'll get the Boundless Strike off, but the poison stacks up and a little bit of a pause. Yeah, it looked like he looked like he was not attacking or something ended up happening there as Yuma. Now, what are we going to see off the back of this? Is 33... He's fine, right? He's got a Burrow Strike. In fact, can he kill the Pudge? Unlikely. Shouldn't be enough, right? Because Sandstorm's still going to be on cooldown for a few seconds. He's got Tango going as well, so... Yeah, so... Should be okay. Probably will just head back here, 33. We'll see. Maybe he tries to go aggressive. Sunstrike. Maybe there's a Sunstrike. Oh, that's true. I'm checking mana. No. So, 33. He'll swap to KJ. Doesn't want to commit with the Burrow level 1. Feels it's not going to be enough damage to get a kill in return. Heroic, this is what they want. They just want constant kill threat in these lanes, but we do have to watch for these Sunstrikes, right? BZM is going to be looking for those with the stuns that he does have from the setup, especially in this bottom lane. Has to make sure he doesn't use too much of his mana, though, sometimes on this Invoker when you're playing versus Broodmother. And Brood used to be the literal nightmare for Invoker in the mid lane, so BZM does have to make sure that he stands his own and keeps at least some mana healthy. Yeah, already starting to get that pressure on and play underneath the tower. Yeah, a good amount of denies in. Hey, when this level 6 comes, I'm wondering what Tundra wants to do in terms of moving things, because even though the new build with the Invoker is the Dominator, I don't know if it's enough to handle the Brood Spiders that just start coming in. We'll have to see how BZM ends up handling that. Bottom 33, you mentioned to me actually something I did want to talk about. You said the win rate for him so far. He's actually 0-3 on the Sand King so far in this tournament, so let's see if it ends up being a bit better for him this time around, because most people, they're playing at mid lane, so definitely interesting to point out. Top lane. Oh, but to get the trap here onto Toby with the shards. Toby, he'll go down. See if he can set up for Chrysalis to find kills and return the Firestorm back up. Whisper tries to dive away. He didn't Lotus. A Tundra will be able to get the trade. I guess he probably thought he wasn't going to live anyway, but Whisper did not pop the Lotus on himself. As Crystallis, just the cleave. Whenever you get these kills, extra damage, he's going to pick up his boots.
Yeah, it's got a good amount of strength as well with these early stat items that he's picked up, so
Yep.
it's definitely kitted out to deal with the harassment that Heroic are trying to throw down on him.
Don't want to hemorrhage too many kills now up here on Tundra, though, because the urn, it is finished up now on the Phoenix. That is that big power spike, especially in the early laning phase. If you do get these stacks up, can just constantly pose kill threat. Yeah, and it's interesting to see mid laners that, you know, we have two mid laners that don't play with bottle. We're actually going to have no bottle in a game, Owen. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see how they want to play around power runes in particular throughout the game. Because it usually ends up being a lot of rotations around those power runes to secure and refill. Yeah, neither of them are going to have that. 33. Big poison stacks.
Yeah, still getting very good farm out of this lane at 33. We see that at the moment, top 2 CS.
And he'll always have those stacks to go back to at some point. Sure, not just yet, but eventually. We do know how Tundra likes to play with those, and most of these Sand Kings like to play with stacks. Might even go get one set up now on the side of 33 since his lane is not in a good position. Saksa will also start getting stacks going. He's going to deward the block that came out from King Jungles.
Oh, we're seeing in the mid. BZM very much able to get some good denies in now in turn. Now that he's got the levels and the Forge Spirit.
Yeah, I didn't get this. I was trying to keep track, but it's too hard to. I don't know how many of those denies were Forge Spirits, or if they were lane creeps in particular, but I can actually check at least based off of net worth a bit there. But it's pretty much even between the two at the moment, so.
It's close. It's just going to be a case of, you know, how we're seeing change up when the 6 has been hit. We're seeing early pressure coming in as both supports have turned up. They will respect the TP rotation coming in, though. They'll hold back for now.
Nice, similar to last time, right? Heroic looking to get aggro.
And they're trying to go for Analog here with a cold snap, but he has backup of King Jungle. Still going to take a lot of damage, though, from that one.
Ice wall off the mark. If that connects, very likely it's just a kill. No Sunstrike mana. Saksa will find a courier pickup. Bottom lane has kind of been broken a bit, but now 33 with the wave pushing in, we'll be able to get a little more out of it. And rotations, actually.
Indeed, early move here. Pre-level 6. Maybe seeing if he can catch Crystallis while slow.
He is very
Schofield's going to be able to provide the setup.
Schofield's right on him.
I mean, this is buying time for Yuma to close in. Not somewhere where you expect to find the Pudge turning up at this point, the carry Pudge. Yuma's here, and we'll be able to make sure that he can take Crystallis down.
That was a heads up. Someone must have indicated, right? Crystallis is low HP. Schofield probably saying it that he can find that. That was a very, very heads up move there. Scan, I see. Beautiful. So good identification from them. Tundra, okay, so this is the option I guess they're doing. Bringing in the 3 heroes to push away Analog. But the Spiders, they will start to rack up. BZM, Dominator, getting closer and closer.
Yuma, after finding that kill, can head back to the bottom lane and pretty freely farm. I mean, if you're Tundra, where would you imagine you're looking to bring the first move? Or are you not? Is this going to be a pretty passive opening for Tundra?
I feel like it would be pretty passive until the blink comes out from 33. They can get kills with the Sunstrike on some of these situations, but they're actually going to lose their Shrine of Wisdom here too. And they know it's happening.
That's
so
pretty
they're
big.
Choosing to not even contest their Shrine.
I mean, Tundra's looking towards the mid. They'll get the setup onto Analog. It's an easy kill here for the 2 of them.
All right, so prioritizing helping up BZM than taking
and they
their own
should
Shrine.
be able to find Whisper as well, surely. He's got the egg.
He does, and he has Fire Spirits in 2 seconds.
He's able to get them off. He's not able to do it. Ends up going down.
The last word. Sometimes Silencer can really do this versus Phoenix a lot. Can be very, very annoying in the early game. And, I mean, even in the mid game, at all stages in particular.
Yeah, big couple of kills there for Tundra to find, pretty much on their side of the map, with Analog getting caught under the tier 1 and Whisper getting caught strolling through the jungle.
And it was a choice they made. They gave up their Shrine of Wisdom.
I was thinking about maybe going for that, but Yuma didn't end up stepping quite close enough.
Yeah, that's BZM. He's got the Dominator finish. So overall, versus the Broodmother, he's 500 ahead. I think Tundra's pretty happy, at least with this current lane setup that has gone down. Secondary Shrine, of course, we see. Heroic will be able to claim that one for themselves, so good jump of experience. Saksa will go check it, but it's already been taken.
Easy hook for Yuma. Gets the grab on a Toby. We'll see Cold Snap come in and try and put a stop to it, but Toby's already gone. BZM, unlikely. Maybe with the help of 33, they can find something. Crystallis ready to join as well. Ice Wall not going to catch them So Heroic should be fine to get away. So that's 33 and Chrysalis both turning up. But BZM didn't quite have enough control to set up for Tundra to do anything in response.
Yeah, Tundra's got the the opportunities in the map to be able to have a lot of heroes just very quickly. With the Underlord, with the Sunstrike, right? It's kind of this pseudo-hero being there as well, too. So trying to react to some of Heroic's move, but don't get a kill out of that reaction.
All in all, close start there.
Definitely.
Nobody getting completely shut down. Just overall, really, Yuma sticking ahead by a little bit extra here as he's had a very clean start as the carry pudge. 2-0-1, and he's ready to maybe see if he can find someone again up on this top side of the map.
Whisper's got the Vessel coming on the courier too. Saksa.
Up in the trees, and he's able to get the hook. He knows exactly where he's jumped up to. Yuma ready to grab him and claim another kill for himself.
Giving him the last hit too.
Very nice moves here from the carry pudge, knowing exactly when to swing across to the other side of the map and find these opportunities.
Might be able to find the tower out of this too. Early pressure from Heroic. They're going to be able to get the secondary tower, perhaps mid.
So they can punish Analog. They should be able to with the three of them. So he's pretty speedy, actually. In fact, he might just be speedy enough.
Looks to be just okay.
It's close. The last tick pretty much gets him. They needed that, Tundra. They get it. Same time down bottom. Global Silence is going to come in as Tundra attempting to chase down the Shadow Demon. Sunstrike, beautifully placed by BZM, will secure the kill.
Very big kills around the map. Like, literally the last tick, it looks like, on the Broodmother that they're able to get that one there. And it looks like he has shown his build, so he is going to be going down the Orchid route that we were perhaps expecting, but I'll say the same thing as I said about the last Orchid, that sometimes if this item doesn't snowball, it can fall off very quickly. Yuma, bottom. Sox is looking for a setup, but decides against it.
Chrysalis was prepared to join.
No Sunstrike man, I believe, on BZM. Otherwise, maybe he does commit for the play.
On top. So far they step up. I mean, Schofield's looking at this, but still hard for Whisper to play into this anytime that Silencer is around. Toby going to be ready with the spells to trip up the combo.
Chrysalis, he's got his item that he does do on his Underlord, as we mentioned. This is his carry that he's played throughout the year. The Mask of Madness, it's done. Can be pretty ridiculous how much damage this hero gets. If he does get even one kill in a team fight, it starts to snowball pretty rapidly. Saksa constantly trying to get tabs of bottom.
Has to be careful.
This time around, King Jungles is a lot lower level than last time. He was level 6 at the 9-minute mark last time, so it's almost 11 minutes in, and the Shadow Demon does not have the Purge available just yet.
How are we doing on the timing for the Blink Dagger for 33? Pretty much has it. Yeah, with this. So bottom, Saksa continues to tease around with King Jungles. He's going to commit with the Wukong's command. They want King Jungles dead. He'll get the disruption off. See if Yuma's able to do anything to help out. He'll get the aggressive hook in towards him. Tornado comes in to put a stop to the dismember and gives Saksa a chance to survive. Sunstrike connects. BZM helping out it, but the stun comes in, holds back Saksa, so Yuma will survive. And Saksa
body blocks,
jump his way out of this. He can actually gets up to the trees, but the tick damage from Whisper will put an end to it.
Oh, I was so close to them getting the pudge as well. Yuma, the tornado was literally just on the clip. Almost finding it there with BZM. Action-packed early game, 66. Both teams matching each other's aggression. And now Tundra, as you said, with this Blink Dagger on 33, feeling much more confident for the team fight. Global also at the ready for Toby.
Yeah, they're ready to go down bottom, and we can see it here with this smoke. So Heroic, how prepared are they for this? They lose a support, they'll take it. And 33 is going to be in with the jump. And Whisper is going to show himself. Snowball there buying a little bit of safety for Schofield. Sunstrike is going to be off the mark this time with the Boundless Strike, and the Sandstorm damage will be enough to bring Schofield down.
And Whisper, he did use the dive. They're looking for him. He gets...
The egg's they're going to just kill that egg very, very easy. So Tundra turning up now as a team, showing much better of a chance than they had in game one here with these sort of efforts.
Super aggressive moves that we see coming out from them. Saksa, he almost has his Dominator now finished too, so the numbers, they're starting to get them to rack up. The Brood, Analog has to play his own game. He doesn't want to look to turn up to those fights until he does have his desired item. I mean, so we'll take some time for him.
He's going to have to do a lot, but as you say, even if he does get this timing and turns up, they do have ways to deal with the Brood and the Spider Army.
Absolutely. Lots of different ways, either from the cleave or from just the spells from the Invoker and the Sanking. 2K lead now for Tundra. And their economy game, as we said, the Dominators, they are online, so that economy very likely to continue growing as well. They are able to do this creep-cutting shenanigans, as we have seen time and time again from this Monkey King. This time it being Saksa, so we'll see how much damage he can do, but 9 class made it look actually broken, so.
Having a much smoother entrance into this game too, as opposed to game 1 Tundra.
Yeah, and they've slowed down the aggression in particular, right? Whisper and Schofield in that last game, they completely ran rampant. This time around, a lot slower for them.
33 still with the epicenter and in the neighborhood down bottom if there is a chance to fight.
Looking to set up for a play here.
They could try and burst Whisper. He's got to be a bit careful. If 33 gets the chance to go for this, he will. Whisper holding back.
They're trying to cut the tree there. Saksa being very annoying. Saw that Whisper tried to go for that dive play, but won't be able to. Heroic looking to finish up these next items. The Aghanim's very soon done for Yuma. Perhaps that's when they'll look to accelerate things a bit more. But Tundra are getting to just... Tundra's getting to do what they wanted to do this game, is sit back and hit some creeps.
I mean, it's going to be this double timing, right? Aghanim's on Purge and Orchid on Brood are pretty much going to hit at the same time. So as soon as those are both out, which will be very, very shortly, you got to imagine that Heroics, they're going to make the move immediately.
Yeah. But they do have to watch out because there's a lot of counter aggression from Tundra. There's a lot of global aspect. You know, there's literally global silence, a global teleport, and that global sunstrike too. So even if you run into 1 or 2 heroes, it can be multiple more in a way very quickly.
They've got the money here for the Orchid, so that'll be on the way out. And
I believe that's the
Aghanim's done. Do they have a smoke between them? They do. King Jungles is ready if they want to make that move.
Let's see where they do want to look to go. The scan will come out, catches 33 Toby.
And they get the setup. I mean, this is the thing, as you said, if the Silencer finds you first as the Phoenix.
It's so hard to play Phoenix for Silencer.
But as we saw in the draft, you know,
they picked it into it.
They didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to still run this.
Global was used. Saksa setting up on top. BZM.
He's gonna step out. There with the Wukongs. Sax is ready to take King Jungles down. And Yuma, he's got to run.
He is very isolated. 33 is here.
And they can keep hunting him. Forest Strike, not going to connect, but closes the gap onto Yuma. Same time, Analog will be able to kill off Chrysalis. His chase chop continuing, though.
His team's coming. They're coming through the portal.
See what they can do. He gets the dismember off, but will be put on top of the cold snap. And indeed now Tundra, they might be the ones that have to run. Snowball closes it onto 33. He's looking to get the upset off, but the punch-up's there.
And Saksa.
And they've got the silence in from Analog straight over towards him. Dive forward from Whisper. Heroic will take this fight, as indeed it seemed like Tundra, they were not prepared for the rest of Heroic to come across and help out.
So close, that Sunstrike almost getting him.
I mean, it all started on the other side of the map. Heroic getting that kill against Chrysalis and then being able to turn it into so much more.
Schofield, looks like they're moving for a play on him, but
Analog's still around. He could come in from the side. Ice Wall will slow Analog down for now.
Schofield.
He should be fine, but only just. Sunstrike off the mark this time. Was worth a shot, though.
That is dangerous for BZM. A couple more seconds if he lingers up there. Analog, if he had a couple more spiders,
he would have got in on him.
For it.
Yeah, that Ice Wall sort of saved his life there, holding back Analog.
Yeah, just literally clipped him right on the edge of it. Big kills for Heroic, getting things back into their way. On that timing that they were looking for. Whisper in the area here, too. He's got level 2 egg with Veil.
They're looking at 33, and they're straight in with the Orchid. Supernova as well. They're easily going to be able to burn down the Sand King.
Good aggressive plays coming in from them. The Orchid, it is working.
Absolutely.
A couple pickoffs already with it.
Yeah, from sort of the bottom play on a Chrysalis, and then coming forward to the top, and now onto 33 here off the respawn.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot here, Analog, as was going to be required.
And he's going to be going down just right-click build, right? He's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage in this game if he gets the BKB. It's a really value BKB game, Owen. It counters quite a lot of Tundra if they're able to get it at good timings on these cores. It's a lot of magic damage and control that Tundra has. The physical damage is mostly going to be from the Underlord, but he doesn't have the easiest way into these fights a lot of times versus a Tusk versus a Shadow Demon.
Yeah, has to get this BKB online as soon as he can, Chrysalis.
Yeah, and he's pretty close to it, to be fair.
He is. He's making good steps towards it. Still top net worth at the moment here on the carry Underlord.
Just does have to watch out. You know, he can't just get focused with the Purge because he is literally priority Purge target #1 in this game from the Shadow Demon. Okay, it looks like Saksa is going to go down. Okay, go. What he's queuing up at least. He's queuing up the pipe. That can be pretty interesting versus the mass magic damage that comes out from the Phoenix and the Pudge.
Definitely going to take a bit of time to get online.
Yeah, quite some time. BZM, Aghanims, getting closer and closer. Big Wombo combo that can definitely come come out. Sure, it's not the Exort one, but this is the one that he likes to play with anyway.
Radiant are scanning.
See if they end up searching this top half fully, because Analog is around. They'll know it now.
Ooh, he is being sneaky, though. 33. Does he want to go for the play?
It's difficult to find him. He's going to look towards him. We'll get the Burrow Strike. Sax is ready to help out as well. Burrow into the Boundless and the Sunstrike. Analog will try and hide in the trees, but he is surrounded. Tundra find the Spider.
In the meanwhile, Heroic was looking to make a play elsewhere, but nobody is currently down here.
I mean, if they continue to move in the triangle, they might meet Crystallis, but looks like they're not going to go all the way there.
Saksa, is he going to be able to break the smoke too? Or are they going to find Crystallis?
They might find him. They're a little split up. They're not fully following King Jungles right now into that area, so.
And now bottom, her Whisper might get set up on him himself. Toby is down here.
Does have the Global Silence ready to use.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, Whisper's not going for a Dispel, which is a bit interesting to say. He's just going full aggression.
See top, they get in with a jump. Ooh. Massive amounts of burst there to take down the Pudge. We'll see Heroic try and turn. Global's going to be popped, but already 33 burning down low here from the damage of Whisper in the Vessel. So Heroic will get the trade for that dive.
Whisper was kind of close to getting that snowball too. That was actually relatively close with that 4-step play that he went for there. And yeah, Whisper, he's going full aggression, Owen. So not worrying about the silencer in particular, at least not just yet, as he's gone for this Shivas plus Vessel route. Very early Shivas again, just like he did last time. It's a ton of magic damage he's going to be kicking off in these fights.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of that thing, right? Even if they do get the curses, the silences onto him, it's a high chance he's able to survive through it with that Shiva's Guard.
Yeah, perhaps so. And maybe he's just having a lot of confidence in Schofield just protecting him in some of these situations too, as smoke from Tundra. BCM and Saksa paired up.
I've got the setup. King Jungles will get the disruption off.
He's just fine.
But Wukong's is there. So King Jungles will fall.
Can Saksa get out is the question.
He's pretty slippery as the Monkey King. So should be fine.
Looks like he will.
Oh, they're going to try and chase. Does get clipped by the Shivas, so we'll start taking a fair bit of damage here for the Vessel as well. But yeah, one of those heroes that you really don't want to spend too much time chasing, especially when it's the support. He's just too slippery.
Yeah, I thought perhaps they could get actually a kill on the retreat there, since it took some time to bring down the SD, but not the case. 2 TPs there from Heroic, and they're going to lose their mid tower now out of it from the split push from Tundra. Tundra manipulating the map. A 3K lead now for them.
Yeah, BZM picking up the farm very nicely. He's going to soon have the bots as well, so.
More global.
All across the map. Lotus Orb as well for 33, so we'll have a bit of a better chance of just getting in there and surviving against some of the single target that Heroic are trying to throw down on him to control him.
And Crystallis, he can turn up to these fights now. As we said, he did disassemble, got the BKB, now he's got the Echo Saber as well. He's strong. This damage is pretty ridiculous if he's actually able to connect on these heroes. If he finishes up this Harpoon before the fight, then he can easily pull them in and actually hit targets easier.
I mean, so what do you look for if you're Heroic? You know that any sort of play that you try and make, it is going to be answered by Tundra. So what would you imagine the call is now from Heroic?
I think they can still fight. They've got their double BKB timing as well. So it's just going to be of execution inside of that team fight. Who gets that initiation?
Schofield. And Whisper here. 33 is going to find the setup. They'll drop the global. It's a dead Phoenix. Not a chance with the silences coming into play.
45 seconds.
I mean, they might look for more Schofield. But the D-Ward will be able to slide away with the 4 staff, and Tundra does have Yuma by his side.
Tundra wants Tormentor here. That's their ideal here. So Heroic might look
they want to go
for the fight, but they don't have their like their strongest hero.
Sure, Yuma's he's drawn the line on the map, so he wants to get over it, but this Tormentor dies too quickly here to the full 5 mana Tundra, so not a chance to interrupt that. Maybe a chance to still find a kill.
They're looking for the catch on the retreat. They have a deep ward placed.
Can they catch Crystallis?
Find Crystallis here. BKB.
They are. They're going to get the hook in.
Smart play.
Toby. He will get away in time before King Jungles comes a-looking.
Tundra will get away with what they wanted. BKB was used from Crystallis. You know, we said how important it is this game, but there is going to be a lot of tools that do go through it.
Bottom. Let's see Whisper turn up. Sax is in trouble. Analog's ready to commit as he pops the BKB, he stays on top of the Monkey King, and is able to kill him off through the Wukong's command. Wasn't able to fight back that time. Saxa does still have BZM around. Now they know that there might be a chance to get in on this. 33
Epi
makes the jump, Epi Burrow Strike, and the Meatball coming down to take Analog out. They get the curse down on a Whisper. Whisper trying to push back against Toby and BZM. BZM, does he find a chance to get back in on this?
Whisper.
He's going to be falling low. The Sunstrike doesn't connect. And on the side, King Jungle's starting to play around with BZM. Yuma sweeping across. We'll see if we can find the hook. Jump forward. Hook's going to be off the mark. But still, though, the poison's stacking up. The Supernova's going to be successful. They can't kill it. They have to try and run, but BZM, he's dead. Toby continues to get chased, tries for the TP out, but he's gone as Yuma closes in on him. King Jungles finishes him off with the poison.
Oh my! Oh, and I'm so happy that we're doing this series. This just kills everywhere. 15 to 15. Both teams playing around cooldowns beautifully, right? One team sees BKB used, they wait for a second to go in, they catch the target, the Brood dies, but then the backup comes in Heroic, prepared for that aggression, finding BZM. I mean, where did KJ come from? I mean, he just wrapped around him.
I think, caught Tundra by surprise for sure, but it's definitely one of those moments where, if you were Tundra, you have to go for that move, right?
Absolutely.
33 sees the chance to kill Analog, he has to go for it. The problem is that Heroic indeed were ready to punish it and now has set up the map to get themselves this chance to take the Roshan. Tundra, they're starting to head over. Maybe a Sunstrike? Not going to do anything. They're able to clean it up for themselves and get that Aegis onto Yuma. Saxa.
Yuma gets out too. Tornado doesn't clip him.
Schofield might be left behind.
Oh, that's a gem.
Oh, nice force up to the high ground. Is that going to be enough to save him? It looks like it will. He's got King Jungles by his side. Schofield able to slide away. Saxa is going to try and have the final word about this.
I mean, Schofield has the gem. He is a high priority kill right now.
And they can't chase him. They can't kill him. He gets out. He keeps it safe. And again, one of those games where Whisper, he loves to hold on to the gold. He's nearly got 4,000 gold in the bank on top of the Shiva's Guard. Possibly considering, do you imagine he'll commit for this, the pots to the Midas, or maybe he is thinking BKB or something else?
I'm thinking BKB or Lotus.
Yeah, there we go.
BKB,
he needs it, and it's coming out.
It's too important in this game.
I mean, because we are seeing, if Whisper does manage to get his spells off, like, it's pretty ridiculous how much damage this Phoenix can do, right? So if he's able to pop BKB, get the egg off, it's pretty much impossible for Tundra to fight into.
He also can be more hesitant about just using the egg, right? He can just stand his ground with it.
They're going to get the jump on him.
He dies
See if they got the burst, dive away. The Global Silence will come in, and now the BKB is up, so Whispers can survive and start burning down 33 with the Sunray. 33 will fall. Whisper lives.
Heads up play. I mean, they probably just checked him, and they're like, hey, he's got no extra, and then a BKB just appears out of nowhere, so...
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the strength, right, of saving up this kind of 4,000 gold and then bam, just dropping an item purchase.
That can definitely catch people completely off guard. I don't know if they saw him pick up that BKB there. And yeah, little things that Heroic is doing that's very clever. Even them killing this Roche early, I wanted to point this out. They even used the SD with the disruption with the menace.
I mean, we're definitely seeing as well, we might not be able to put a stop to him jumping away, but the whole kind of dive in Shiva's Guard is very good for trying to scout the area and find where the Monkey King is.
It feels like Heroic is starting to get some pretty good momentum their way. Now having this Aegis also for Yuma, these fights are looking pretty good for them. And 33 does have to be a bit careful because he is starting to fall a little behind, starting to be the sacrifice. And I think having such a great start, that is. He's still in a good position in terms of net worth, but a couple deaths now for 33.
Yeah, BZM at the moment with the more impressive KD on Tundra's side. I think, one of the struggles, though, that has been for Tundra, despite the fact...
BZM, you're mentioning him. He doesn't have his BKB.
Well, they've got the setup. There's nobody coming to help him. He is very, very dead.
King Jungle, that's 2 times that he's
these
just
supports from Heroic are just hunting down and finding these huge opportunities. Same time, Yuma going to try and chase down Saxa. And the quick curse from Toby should hold Yuma back enough so Saxa will survive, gets out of there. But I think one thing we're seeing, or not seeing right, for Tundra, for all the kills and the fact that they are able to keep up with the pace overall, kind of on an individual level, they're still yet to really find that big fight for Crystallis to be able to pop off, right?
Absolutely.
He's not
been
really
very quiet.
They tried to make those earlier attempts with the Fiend's Gates, but nothing has kind of happened where he's turned up with this top net worth and cleaned up a fight. So far, Heroic, they've been able to dance around any time that Crystallis wants to show up.
No, definitely. And as we said, he's going to be focused a lot in this game from either a Demonic Purge or a Punch or, the potential Sunray if his BKB isn't there.
Yeah, it can be
a
lot.
lot of damage that can really trip up this Underlord. So we'll have to see what Crystallis can do when the fight actually is something that he can actually contribute to. Analog.
Still a minute and a half left on this Aegis, so Yuma will not be afraid of looking to make the moves, and here we go. Smoke up again from Heroic.
Another thing we do have to mention is Heroic, as we see, they have multiple different ways to protect each other. They have either an S3 disruption, they have snowballs, either these 4-steps. On the side of Tundra, there's a 4-step and a Lotus, as we see.
And the global, I guess.
Global, but it's not the same type of saves.
Sure.
Can be a little harder to bail people out of a bad scenario.
I don't know if Tundra's going to expect Heroic to come from this position.
Hey, Toby.
Yeah, they're going to find the silencer first, so no chance of a global for the next 50 seconds unless he wants to come in with the buyback play. Crystallis will be found. So 30 comes in with the jump forward to the burst straight, but Yuma puts the BKB. There's the buyback global coming in from Toby. BZM turns with the tornado to lock down Schofield into the meatball. Hook to set Schofield to safety. See if there's going to be enough here as he gets in deep with the snowball, though, as that comes to an end and will die. Whisper pushing forward with the BKB, just able to fight on into the epicenter. The Wukong's command laid down. Whisper dives in. He's got the supernova at the ready. Tundra then got to back off, but Sax is not going to get the chance as Analog takes him down. Tundra, can they get back in after this supernova? That's the question. BZM trying to look for any sort of opportunity. Crystal, he's got himself stuck. What? He's going to get hooked. The Sunray comes in. The tornado will put a stop to the dismember at least, but Yuma in on top of Crystallis.
He's gone.
Oh my goodness, he didn't want to do that. He got stuck. He came through the Fiend's Gate, ended up getting stuck and set up for an easy hook. The fight continues though. 33 pots the BKB, will get in with a burrow strike on a Whisper, but Yuma's back in. Hook there, straight to the face of 33, takes down another, and the rest of the remedies surround Toby. The fight, it's a bloody one, but Heroic will come out on top, and I guess you got to be careful with where you're coming in with these Fiend's Gates, right? You can't be too close to these kind of pincer points of the map because you just might get stuck and hooked.
He also, at that point too, he had no BKB. He was getting melted from the sunray that was coming in from above. Also, the start of this fight, 33. This was also 70 seconds ago, so quickly revamp, but 33, his Epi, his blink got stopped, I believe, from the Phoenix, so he couldn't actually jump in with Epi pre-Aegis timing. So they're actually missing a lot of damage on Tundra, and Tundra, that was a buyback from Toby as well.
It was
to bring the global.
It really was.
And they still lose the fight.
That's rough. We'll see it again here.
You see this? So this, I believe, is where 33 in a couple moments here. He ends up Lotus reflecting the dismember, but you see he's going to start trying to rev up this Epi soon, and it ends up getting canceled, I believe, from Whisper, who walks on top of him.
So at this point, you know, Tundra know that there's still a chance of getting back in on this.
Yeah, and there you see it. Whisper, he walks right on top of him, prevents the blink, I believe, just from his facet, that is, the burn that he's able to provide from the dying light. And then, yeah, Analog comes in and gets some good cleanup.
Yeah, he's able to clean up the supports very easily at the moment on this Brood. And then Crystallis, we see, tries to Fiend's Gate deep into the fight, but he's just stuck on the steps. It's an easy hook for Yuma.
I don't think I've seen that before. I guess the steps is just, with the size of the gate, it just blocks you. All right, noted. Do not use Fiend's Gate on the steps, unless you're blocking
pretty scary.
Enemies. 33. So he tried his best. The Healing Lotus actually ends up making him get that secondary kill, but yeah, Yuma with the follow-up.
I mean, he just got so much there on the cleanup there as the Pudge.
Yeah, that Aegis usage kind of perfect for the side of Heroic. And some big timings now, speaking of Heroic more, a refresher now for the Pudge, so double rounds of that BKB plus bite, and I believe Analog is about to have Bloodthorn, which is an insane damage increase for him. I believe he hit 20 as well. It's not as ridiculous as talent it used to be. I really believe this one was once 80 or 70 attack speed. Now it's only 35, but still substantial. As Heroic prepared for the fight.
Tundra, though.
Look at the ward they've got placed, Owen, again. I don't even know when they place these, but somehow Heroic is so sneaky with these this series.
They sense something, though. Crystallis backing away.
33.
He might get found instead. They get him with the jump. Global has to come in, but they're going to have to follow up and get the bar strike off. A 33 BKB won't save him. They still get the kill.
Yuma does pop his refresher, though. Does have the secondary BKB available, but they will get a massive kill. 33 gets brought down. 65 seconds. They also use the global. So Heroic, see what they want to use with that time.
Tundra's still trying to stay out on the map around the mid.
And look at these builds. So, as we said, you know, when you're playing versus certain heroes, sometimes too, you start changing. It's going to be a Greaves from King Jungles to be able to dispel that global. At least off of himself. Then he can potentially go for these save plays.
See will they get going with the shard. It's going to be going the way of Yuma.
Not bad.
So far, should be definitely having an impact. We have been seeing Yuma hit the hooks.
He has been, absolutely. Even sometimes to save allies. Yuma.
BZM's got to be a bit careful. Schofield's going to get the jump, and he's got the back of a Saxa. BZM lays down the Wukong, but Schofield's able to get out to the side with the 4-star. Whisper is going to get caught in the pit at the side. Will pop the BKB. They'll try and push Whisper out of the fight, but he could be ready to get back in with the Supernova at the ready. Hook off the mark this time round. As Tundra start to back off a little bit, Yuma definitely going to try and go for another grab in a few seconds. Closing in onto Toby. They close the gap onto the silence, and Toby's gone. And all right, they could still look for more.
33's respawn. He's coming down.
See what they do here. Saxa, vision onto Whisper.
Heroic, they're backing up.
I mean, can Tundra find a catch and return?
It looks like they really want to here.
It's hard though. Yuma's still very ready to fight. Even with the BKB gone, he's so beefy now. 3,500 HP.
They do have triple BKB at the ready on the cores on Tundra.
Can they find the fight?
Heroic.
Saxa is ready to lead in. Hook's not going to find it, but they do catch him with the silence and the harpoon as they drag him in, take him down. Schofield will fall in return. Tundra get the trade. They still have to be very cautious though. As we say, Whisper still ready with the Supernova if the fight goes down.
Analog
on a larger scale.
Analog still has all of his stuff up as well too. He's actually gone Disperser instead of going that Bloodthorn for now.
Dive forward. They get the Dismember. BZM did get the BKB off. Global silence there to put a stop to the Dismember and give BZM the chance to get out. As he'll back off, Chris is trying to get hits in, but it's still very difficult. The hook, not quite long enough to grab Crystallis this time.
And Crystallis is sitting at like 700 damage, but he can't hit targets. He was alacrity'd up, so he literally was doing about 700, but they're kiting him. The reset comes out. Heroic, they did have to use a buyback there, but still getting a good advantage in terms of net worth there. Up to a 6K lead. And that was that Saxa gem or was that their own secondary gem? I actually didn't check, sorry. It was their own secondary gem, okay. Smoke up, Heroic, feeling strong. A full refresher also on Whisper.
Oh boy.
These fights look hard for Tundra.
So much relies on Toby having the global silence up.
And he is only going to have one ever. And he is quite poor this game on. He is by far the bottom net worth in this game.
Crystallis, they've got eyes on him.
Might get purged.
It was hit the side. Whisper's been able to cut the tree of Saxa. Saxa's got to pop the pipe and run.
Crystallis.
Gonna get in on top of him. Yuma in with the BKB. Crystallis trying to trade back and does have 33 ready to go at the side. Schofield will help to finish off Saxa. 33 ready to make the jump into the trees, but Yuma, he'll kite them out. They'll come in onto Analog, but the defensive hook comes in. Yuma saving Analog and ready to move back in now with his own BKB. The Supernova's there, the punch up as well. Crystallis is gone. Hook will catch onto the helm of the Dome Creep, meaning that 33 should be able to sneak away, or maybe not. The Shiva's slow coming in from Whisper. They'll put the refresher. He's ready for a second Shiva's guard in on top of them, chasing and burning down both 33 and BZM as 33 will try and hide in the sandstorm, but the spirits connect. Whisper brings him down.
Oh, and they're starting to steamroll the coverage, the team fight, the spell casting is insane. The saves on each other too, just hooking each other out of these little situations. Crystals can't stand and fight almost ever. And Whisper, I mean, we're seeing why he doesn't care about that silencer.
Absolutely
why
not.
He doesn't care about these little small dispels. He's all about this macro play. Insane performance from him so far.
If Tundra don't have global ready to press, there just seems to be not a chance for them in these team fights, even with the BKBs and such. And as you say, just here, the fact that both Yuma and Analog are sort of able to dance around this carry Underlord, not give Crystallis any sort of chance to get the damage done. And even here, when the Burrow Strike connects, Yuma separating Analog from 33 and Crystallis, keeping one another alive.
Honestly, and this is some of the better team fight spellcasting I've seen in quite some time. Heroic, they're just covering each other beautifully. Sometimes, you see these double melee. They're sometimes stacked up on top of each other going for a kill. They're completely aware that 33 is looking for these epicenter plays and kind of distancing and gapping it each time. And it's beautiful to watch. The symphony of skill for sure coming in here from Heroic.
I mean, Whisper's just looking terrified.
He's out of control.
We saw obviously like the Pudge games, and that was just Whisper having some fun. Now the gloves have come off, and he's bringing out these bats, these phoenixes, and they are looking pretty disgusting.
He's playing his true staples.
Yeah.
For those who do love to watch Whisper play these, he is going completely ballistic so far this game. All three cores top of net worth, and as we mentioned too, the supports, they're still getting a decent amount in Toby. I mean, he's queuing up the refresher, but he has almost...
It's a long way away. But it's what he has to get. The global is so important to provide them a chance in these team fights.
That is surprising. It's giving Tundra a 52%.
I will see. Dota Plus has been right in the past.
It also probably has no idea what the hell is happening in this game because we have an Underlord carry, a Pudge carry, right? Things are a bit more bizarre than usual. so far, Heroic. Especially in these, I mean, the last 10 minutes, it does feel like they've broken the game quite a bit here with these last few fights. These refreshers do seem like it's adding another stage of difficulty for how Tundra wants to look to fight. There's double BKBs, double Phoenix Egg. Just don't have that many counters versus it. And now a BKB even on the Tusk. So the supports, they have ways to play around Global. Greaves on the Shadow Demon, BKB on the Tusk, Demonic Cleanse on the Shadow Demon. Lots of different ways to cover each other. All right, big neutral items as we see for Tundra. Dazoon on the Sand King, Dazoon on the Invoker.
Any big plays here from BZM at 33. Looks gonna be there.
Time again.
Ready to make sure that opening combo from Tundra doesn't do a lot.
And remember, this hook, it can catch people off guard because of the crazy low cooldown when you hook allies with that shard. Goes down to, what, 6 seconds if he does hook an ally. Picking up the Lincolns next for the Pudge. They're getting close to 25 on all 3 cores on Heroic.
I mean, they've got the Satanic done on Chrysalis, but as we've seen, he needs to get the hits in on the target.
He just can't attack, is the problem.
Yuma, again, making sure that it's not easy for Tundra to open up onto anyone other than the Pudge.
Yuma.
Sacks up. Trying to see what they can force out from him, though. Get the BKB out from Yuma. Tries for the hook. Not going to grab them this time. 33 considering maybe making the jump, but the BKB comes to an end. He's in, but the refresher BKB's there from Yuma.
Heroic looking to disengage.
Tundra pushing Heroic back successfully.
Yuma wants no participation in this without his BKBs. He wants to finish that Lincoln's. Tundra gonna look to try to punish while those BKBs are on cooldown.
Yeah, they've got to be careful who shows here on Heroic, because Tundra very ready to make the jump.
There also is this Aegis at the ready, still for Analog, so.
Even if they do get the connection, it's definitely not going to be an easy team fight for Tundra.
No. And as we said, multiple different saves. So, got to be careful who you go for. $50 seconds for BKB on Yuma. Starting to inch their way forward. A sneaky ward as we see plays from Toby, but they do see it with their gem.
And Whisper again with this very chill strat, just saving up the money. He's getting very close to having the luxury of picking up that Hex and definitely potentially surprising Tundra with it.
It's a pretty cool approach from him that he's done.
He's doing this a lot this series, yeah.
It's catching people off guard, and they're giving him XP, so he's about to hit 25.
So yeah, 25, and with a potential full Cypher Vice that he could pick up for the next fight, Whisper.
Level 25 also hit for Analog. Quite a bit stronger in terms of his right-click damage potential. And he has been able to get some right-clicks off.
He really has.
Unlike Chrysalis.
I mean, in these team fights, you know, the supports of Tundra, they got to hide.
They do.
Because this Spider's been finding them time and time again, cleaning them up very quickly.
It's like the hardest game to play Silencer, really, at this point in the game. He's got 4 staff and nothing else. No defensive items possible for him. Tundra. Creep cutting, buying time, trying to waste out this Aegis as much as possible. 50 seconds until it does go away.
What are we seeing next?
Just difficult for them to keep these targets held down, right? As we were saying, like we have to see for the fight for Tundra when they can actually get Chrysalis to hit targets.
Yeah. Because, yeah, are we able to bring up the hero damage done? Just want to see if that does look not too hot, or if he's still been able to do a bit with the firestorms and such, because that can add up.
It can. I mean, Whispers is probably through the roof, right? His is probably highest, and it's like BZM in 33. But I imagine that the Underlord's damage done is quite a bit lower than the rest of the cores this game. Okay,
yeah, so
I mean, not too bad. All things said.
BZM definitely carrying the team fights, though, in damage output right now.
Yeah. A lot of it just from like little physical poke, too, from his summons, as we see there.
Yeah.
See there from the Force Spear and the Dominator.
Yeah, I think it's just that, you know, when you have your carry with kind of like this AC Satanic and soon to be Daedalus, right, you need to have a lot being done by him.
Schofield will not allow them to take that shrine. They'll be able to claim both.
Talking about damage done, so Saxa's got a Deso on the way out.
That's an interesting pickup. From what we've seen, and what I've seen most of the times on these Monkey Kings, it is just the Scotty pickup usually is the route that they like to go for, because it applies, of course, with that Wukong's, and it's very strong, but looks like he wants to have more physical damage in the draft.
I mean, that's the thing. If they can get the hits in, right, with the Deso, the AC, the Underlord, once he gets the stacks built up, like, the hits are going to be hard.
I'll have to see if it pays off for him.
Saxa. Oh, they're going to find him. Schofield there, catching him with a punch, pretty much sort of mid-chop.
And he also didn't go BKB, right, too. He's gone for the pipe defusal build, but does feel hard for Saksa unless he's literally just playing in the tree line during the Wukong. And we'll have to see if it does pay off for him. Maybe just thinking that they have too much magic damage and they just need straight physical extra. But Heroic, very prepared.
Yeah, Analog's continuing to scale massively after that Disperser, getting the full Bloodthorn. Another Tormentor to take. Schofield will get the shard.
And Schofield is going to start queuing up that Aghanims as well. So will get stronger and stronger in terms of what he can do in the fights. He could just potentially punt the Monkey King out of his Wukongs.
Taking the Monkey King away.
There is no Desolator then from that. Or he can just punt the
33.
You know, yeah, he can do a lot this game. Even Crystallis, right?
He's trying to get these hits in. He's getting
immobile hero.
He's going to get kicked away.
This could be pretty annoying.
Yeah, that's going to be rough. I mean, he's struggling to get the hits in as it is. Yeah. If he's getting kicked in the face, he's going to struggle even more.
Yeah, we'll see it when Schofield is able to get that. As eventually it does seem like he will. We did see also point out Yumo had hit 25, hit one of the stronger 25 timings for a Pudge. That Dismember is incredibly strong when you have two of them at that increased duration.
Yeah, little things as well. Blink online now for King Jungles. So between that, the Force and the Greaves, he's ready to bail heroes out. I mean, we've seen already how good Heroic's lineup is at saving one another in a multitude of fashions, whereas Tundra, very limited if someone gets jumped.
So much save. Level 20 as well, something you don't see too often on the Shadow Demons. I always like to point this one out, is the Disseminate. It's 50% share damage. It is pretty insane how much this can actually dish out. Also just to protect allies, it makes them that much tankier. Tundra.
It's just, can they ever really try and go on this Pudge?
They're gonna try. Dispel.
Schofield! He's going to make the jump in, closes in, and get the burst strike in on a Whisper. Whisper, is he able to survive? BKB's going to be there in time, and he's able to get the Supernova off. They're going to turn straight towards the egg. They'll kill it off successfully. On the backlines, though, King Jungles and Analog chase down BZM. The buyback's coming in from both Whisper and BZM.
Crystallis.
The bite locking down Crystallis. He's going to start to try to heal up, but they're holding back with the disruption. He's going to get surrounded, punched up. Can he actually get the hits off Crystallis? He cannot, as Crystallis is gone out of the fight. 33 will get back in with the burst strike. The Hex to fall off the Whisper with the BKB, and the second Supernova hits there. They're going to try and kill the egg off with this buyback from Crystallis. But 33's dead. He has to buy back. Crystallis can't kill the egg in time. They're just killing them off one by one. There's a dieback on BZM. This fight's an absolute mess for Tundra as Heroic overrunning them. Crystallis trying to hit back and get the shards, holding back. The dieback on him. They're losing lives left, right, and center, Tundra. They just do not have what it takes to stop Heroic.
They're all dead. All three cores are gone. Heroic's got everything. Whisper with the buyback. They're ready to end it.
They're absolutely ready to move on here in the lower bracket. Heroic ready to go down the mid.
Oh, I mean, Whisper, that's why he's been holding the gold too. He can just buy back, buy an item, join in the fray, and it's done.
GG is called. Heroic will move forward in the lower bracket, knocking out Tundra 2-0.
Unreal team fights from Heroic today. They came in